1. We're here.
We're here. Hey guys, welcome back to the Ennui Talk podcast.
Hey.
I'm your host, Matthew Winter. Look, the host talks first, and then you guys
Matthew
come in.
Winter.
Look, that's not
Matthew Winter.
Hey, fucking Matthew Winter.
Welcome back
I'm
to the Ennui podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Miller. I'm joined today by James
Welcome
Miller,
back.
my co-host,
welcome
and our guest,
the
Matthew
podcast.
Winter.
podcast. This is
Welcome back to Winter of Discontent.
welcome back to the Ennui Talk podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Winter. I'm with Andrew and James Miller of.
Shut up, bitch!
Okay, you guys are YouTubers and you have a podcast. That's the only context you get. I'm not giving any more because you guys are just gonna fuck around. Okay, look, showing you fucking Beef Boys cups. Cool, they're nice, they're awesome, they're cool.
Hey, Matt, I said I was late because I got stuck in rush hour traffic, but I was like on time. I got home like 2 minutes before we were supposed to start, but then a big shit dropped right into the bottom of my stomach, and I just shattered for like 10 minutes. It was epic.
That's fair.
I just thought you wanted to know.
Is this a constant? Is this like, you know, when you're trying to record your own podcast,
Well,
it's like, gotta drop a little shitty.
No, but Doplex always, if Doplex doesn't want to talk to us a lot that day, he always has to walk his dog. Whether it be like we're hanging out beforehand or we're gonna hang out afterward, Doplex's dog always needs to go for a walk.
That's what he said to me. He's like, oh yeah, I've actually
Of course he did.
Dog.
Of course he did.
That little
The
Mexican.
curtain has been pulled aside.
Oh, Jesus fucking
The
Christ.
truth revealed.
Now, someone actually told me recently that the movie We're the Millers is actually based off your life, your life as cousins. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we don't talk to them much anymore, but they are in the family. It's just they made that documentary about them. We were just kind of like, ugh.
That was a movie, bro.
That's correct. So wait, so is Jennifer Aniston your auntie or like the stepsister, or is it like how's the relationship of the Millers?
Depends
work?
on what part of the country we're in.
Yeah,
We're
we
in the
still
South.
mess around.
Yeah.
Is that the movie where like the kid starts making out with the mum and the sister, and then the other family sees, and then they're like, "Oh yuck, that's disgusting," and it's like not a real family.
I don't know. That was actually
the
first. That was the first R-rated movie I went to, like without my parents. I think I was like 15, and I was friends with some like people on the football team that were like 17, and I snuck in the side door to the movie theater to see We're the Millers with them.
Oh yeah.
And it was
that was it.
I don't even know why that movie was rated R.
It's not even that. Well,
It wasn't worthwhile at all. Yeah,
Is that the R-rated bit? Making out with the mum?
maybe
I
it's
can't
like,
remember. It's
I
been a
don't know.
minute since I've seen it. All I remember
show
is
the
Jennifer
balls?
Aniston. Yeah, Jennifer
Remember he gets
Aniston
big
like
balls?
kind of does a striptease, and then the one
Yeah, and
kid
she pulls the thing and she goes like this, and the water
Yeah.
hits her.
and the
How's
one
she-
kid's penis gets really big because he gets bit by a
that's
snake or
right.
something.
They don't show it though.
But doesn't
Yeah,
Jennifer
they
Aniston do that? Doesn't she
Oh.
do that in Friends? Didn't she get like do a striptease in Friends with Ross?
Probably.
Sort
Surely
of.
I mean, you could basically see her boobs in like every episode of Friends anyway. She got
Yeah,
them. She got them perpetual hard nips.
Like I think that
The studio was cold, baby.
I think like what people say that The Office is better than is The Office and Friends they compare? Is that the two shows I'm thinking of? I think it is as two classic. Or am I thinking?
I feel like people.
I guess
The
some
only reason
people
people
do.
would compare it, yeah, is just because both of them were super popular on Netflix, and so people just
that
naturally
is
were like,
why. Yeah,
But
Well,
I think the
yeah.
better comparison would be like The Office or Parks and Rec because they're very similar shows.
They are. Well, they're both mockumentaries.
Yeah, they're
No,
similar in
no,
like
they're definitely
style.
similar, but like Parks and Recs, in my opinion, but also like objectively, like numbers to numbers, like Parks and Recs can't hold a candle to The Office.
I've never seen a full episode of The Office, and I
Really?
Come on.
It's fucking great.
That's surprising, isn't it?
You remind me of Ricky Gervais in the British Office,
very,
but like
very
not
dry.
Ricky Gervais, like not Ricky Gervais like actually being funny in real life. You remind me of Ricky Gervais in the Office,
So, cringe, just completely cringe.
but in an endearing way.
So it's funny because people like I remember like with my old videos, people just go like, "This is just generally cringe," and I'm like, "That's it. That's my comedy style, cringe comedy." And then I realized that it wasn't cringe comedy; it was just me being like unfunny, and that was the funny part.
Yeah,
about it.
everybody starts there though.
Oh yeah, everybody starts there.
Well, yes,
You
that's
can't
the
really
thing.
look
Gotta
back
start
on
somewhere.
your catalog of stuff, and nobody starts out with bangers, even if you think you do. I remember I was like,
Except
I
Logan
started,
Paul.
except yeah, that guy just from the
Been banging
get
from
go,
the beginning.
feet hit the ground, bangers,
Bangers.
nothing but bangers.
Jake's funny. I think Jake's funnier than Logan. I think Jake's cooler than Logan. Like if I had to choose between Jake and Logan to hang out with, it'd be Jake. Like that, that motherfucker's hanging out with like hot girls and doing diss tracks and
I'd pick both of them and then kill myself with like a bomb, and hopefully they also die.
what's with the Paul hate?
Just
I think
a
they're all pretty
W
cool.
for
I hate them.
society as a whole.
What's the dad's name? Is it Gregory?
Greg
Greg.
Paul.
Greg Paul.
Greggy.
My favorite Greg Paul moment is definitely when he was like, one of the girls, they blindfolded her and they had to make out with Greg Paul.
They both. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That is a moment, and they just
That was-
left
That's
all
a
the
good one.
ambient noise in, just like fully pumped up. It was disgusting.
Honestly, that's probably the first time I questioned my sexuality when I saw Greg Paul making out.
You wish you were the girl.
I wish,
yes.
honestly, yes, I wish I was the girl. Like if,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, back in the day, I used to go on Omegle and like question my sexuality, like talking to some nice Indian men. But I don't know,
How are
there's
you
just something
doing
about
today?
Gregory. There's something about Greggy.
One of my favorite Greg Paul moments is when someone leaked the video of him having sex with a girl on Pornhub, and it's just him trying to dirty talk while he's eating pussy, and it just sounds like an old man suffocating in a pool.
How have I never seen that?
How
that's
have
one
I
of
never
mine.
seen that?
You guys really? That's not even a
No,
meme.
I've
That's
never
real.
seen. I didn't even know it existed.
That was at like the peak of the Paul empire.
Jesus.
Damn it.
Maybe that's why it peaked.
That's
Have you
so,
guys-
I want to see it now.
I want to see it too. I want to
That's
see
funny.
every bit of Greg Paul content. That's the shit I'm consuming. Have you ever watched many like sex tapes from celebrities?
Only the Kim Kardashian one, and it was
Yeah,
so
I
weak.
peeped the Kim one because that's just so funny. I love the like talking head segments with Ray J where he's just like looking at the camera. He's like, "All right, man, you got this." He's like hyping himself up to the camera.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so
Who
good.
does that? Like who needs to hype themselves up in their own like sex
Their
tape?
own
Like,
sex
the king of
tape.
YouTube sponsorships.
Exactly.
oh, that's fucking crazy.
That's who.
I'm
Fucking-
honestly surprised that there's like hasn't been more like sex tapes from like YouTubes and stuff that's been like
Well,
leaked.
Oh well, from YouTubers. That was a kind of a big thing in the early 2000s. Like some drummer from some rock band that ended up like beating his wife did one, and that kind of got him pretty popular. Kim K did one. Paris Hilton did one.
Wait, can we just
Someone
go
else
back on
did
that?
one.
Sorry, what he beat
Kid
his
Rock
wife.
and the guy from Creed.
Kid Rock and the guy from Creed.
Feels
So-
good to
what?
be the king.
Yeah, they were fun. So Andrew was telling me this story, so Kid Rock and the guy from Creed, who are both, I know the guy from Creed is like super Christian, or like that's his brand, but I think Kid Rock has some kind of that like Christian undertone to his shit. But they were like at a party, and it was like turned into an orgy, and then Kid Rock was getting sucked off from like a hot girl.
I think it was the guy from Creed. Actually,
Creed was getting sucked off by a hot girl, and he turned to Kid Rock and he's like, "Guess this is what it feels like to be the king."
king.
But when Andrew told me the story, he never like clarified, and he was going like really fast because he was excited to tell it. And what I left from the story with was that Kid Rock was blowing Creed, the guy
That's
from
what I
Creed,
thought.
in an orgy, and then he turns to like all the hot women and is like, "It feels good to be the
Good
king."
to be the king. God, what a good video that would have been. We were robbed.
That's king
Yeah.
shit. Like, just showing off to all these women, hey, I can have the guy from Creed like suck my wang.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, you could never have, like, as Kid Rock, if you did that, you could never have beef with him. Because you could never get on stage and try and talk shit, because Creed, you just be like, you suck,
You suck my
dick.
wiener.
What do they say?
Bitch.
Like, oh, you've got to be a man, you've got to have a man or some shit like that. I think that's the saying. I think it's what they say.
Is that just what you tell yourself? I don't think I've ever heard that one.
I don't know if I've ever heard that one, Mr. Winter.
I saw a TikTok about it today, and it was some like fat guy with like horrible teeth and acne and shit. And he was like,
It's me.
Look, there's some quality shit on that TikTok. My feed is like very, very good. For some reason, I keep getting Down syndrome people, and I don't know if it's because I watch like a certain amount of seconds of these guys. Like, there's some guy, and how do I say this without making fun of him? He will like do those like duet videos with like other singers. Like, oh, I'll sing a line and you sing a line, and they're always bad, and they're endearing.
Yeah, they're just having a good time.
But it just keeps coming up on my feed. And it's like,
Matthew, have you ever wondered that maybe there's another podcast out there that's talking about TikTok and they're like, this Down syndrome guy keeps coming up on my feed and it's you. And they just think it's you.
I've actually put out some banger TikToks.
I think I've seen a couple of yours TikToks and with the ones you put on Twitter, and I liked a few of them.
Yeah, no, those few of them made me laugh.
I'm not a big fan of TikTok. I think it's a net negative on society and it's horrible, but
oh god, yeah,
you know,
absolutely. There's so much garbage on there. My feed is there's either Down syndrome people or it's like a hot girl dancing to like the latest trend and like shaking their booty.
And the hot girl is most likely
in between.
Not 18.
I always check the bio before I share it with my friends.
Whenever I see a hot woman on my computer, I check anything to make sure she's 18 before I watch the video.
That's the thing. It's
Trust
like,
me.
how am I supposed to fucking know? Do you know what I mean? They all look the fucking same, and it's like
the thing is that shouldn't be an issue that society needs to deal with. We were just talking about it when we were talking before, because we found this video of like this girl, you know, like there's this huge trend with TikTok that where it's like the OK Boomer and the Belle Delphine and like the Bella Porch meme, where it's like they make faces that a human being like doesn't ever naturally make, that are like really hyperbolic, and they talk like toddlers, but they are also doing sexual stuff at the same time. And like that's totally just like pedophilia. Like they're trying to, like, they're encouraging people who are pedophiles or who have some kind of like pedophilic undertones to like embrace it with them or some shit. Like it's I fucking hate it. That's just fucked up.
It is fucked up.
There's
So
some weird
please
shit.
don't look at my TikTok messages from my friends. Like, no. Oh, it's I don't know. There's something about the and I've actually, one thing I've noticed is all these like, and they're obviously like under 18, like sharing like sexual stories, like, remembering the time there's one I saw this morning, and it was like, oh, remembering the time I got fucked by a cop on the hood of my car, and I'm like, you are definitely not 18.
And he's like, that's a lie.
That's
also
the thing.
a lie.
Or
But yeah, and
the
you're
cop
also not
definitely
18.
should be in jail.
And also you're a bootlicker and a bacon eater, you fucking nerd.
And I get a lot of OnlyFans girls like talking about like, oh, I don't know, like taking a trend and then making it like sexual. Like there's a trend that's going around, and it's from that Jay-Z song. I think it's Jay-Z, and it goes like, okay, and it's like someone says something and then you reply with okay. And then it'd be like this chick going like, oh, let's have a threesome. And then she lip syncs the song and goes, okay. And then it's like, oh, hashtag accountant.
It's not fucking content.
It's
not even
not.
content.
But is it smart marketing? Like, are you,
No.
you know, lowering yourself to the standards of TikTok to get your, it's like, oh, this girl.
Well, yeah, but that is like destroying the integrity of like being like an artist, because then these people perceive themselves as artists, whereas they're just like good marketers with very little self-respect, I guess. Like that's what the Pauls are. Like they came onto YouTube and they were willing to do anything and say anything with no respect for themselves, and then they popped off. And it's like, yeah, you're just good at that. You're not talented. What are the Pauls good at? Doing things that other people won't because they don't respect themselves. Storytelling, yeah.
No, okay. Actually, I watched a video recently, and it was about like the whole. It was from Logan Paul's editor, and it was talking about the whole like, with the whole press conference and blah blah blah, and like Floyd Mayweather wasn't like doing shit, like he didn't really like give it two fucks, and then Jake Paul stole his hat. And then it was like, yep, we've got this, you know,
yeah,
this
marketing
next chapter of the story.
and
that's
lack
what it
of
is.
self-respect.
No, exactly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they're just willing to do stuff like that, but then people perceive them as having talent and want to emulate them or something. But like in reality, they just are willing to stoop to a level that like most people won't, and they're charismatic. That's it.
It's the kid that would like pick gum from underneath a desk and chew it and get attention for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, well, look what I did. It's like, okay, but you still pick gum off the bottom of a desk.
But if enough people
That's
scream
kind of a
loud
net
enough,
L.
then everyone's just like, no, that was cool though. Why would we all be yelling if it wasn't cool? And then like that's a good analogy.
It's that
And
whole
then his
like,
producers and editors, and because I saw a video that was like all about how like they can turn something like just vlogging. They went from vlogging to like making like almost short films or documentaries like with their Pokemon stuff, and but then you like see all the work, and it's like Logan is there as a talking head, and then he legit has like almost like a small movie crew with him, like with everything he does, and they just like write and produce and direct him on the spot, and he does nothing. Like he's such an idiot.
Oh, well, but that's the thing. It's like, what's the difference between that and like any other celebrity or like big influencer? Do you know what I mean? Like they're all doing. It's just it's smart, and they're gonna make money doing it. I don't necessarily like agree with it.
No, yeah, it's just that like social media has gotten really good at conflating celebrity with like
artist and talent.
Yeah, like it's conflated like there's a word for it, celebritism or some shit. Like they've conflated being a celebrity with being extremely famous for being astronomically more talented than most people at like a skill. Like
yeah,
Brad Pitt and Paris Hilton are both huge celebrities, but like one is an incredible actor and one made a sex tape because she saw Kim Kardashian's sex tape do good for her.
Okay, but then with Logan Paul, what could he do to make you respect him? Is there
Nothing. He's already. I believe like people can come back from stuff and stuff, but at a certain point, if you've gained so much off just like selling out your fans and selling out your own integrity and stuff, it's like unless you like gave it all away, then started from scratch and did something better, it's like you've already gained too much. Like, I mean, he's probably got like $100 million at this point, like no meme. Like he like easy, just like close to 100 mil, I would say, the both of them. And like, even if you were to repent and become this incredible fucking artist at this point, it's like, well, you can only do that because you have $100 million in your escrow.
That actually,
That's
with
true.
that, one thing sort of like it pisses me off, to be honest. Okay, so we all know about Logan Paul went to the forest and
Yeah.
I was, hanging suicide, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, oh, he apologizes, blah, 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 takes a bit off. And he comes back with a podcast. And just the fact that he hosts a podcast and it's like this new raw version of Logan Paul. And now it's like, everybody loves him again. I don't think the fact that because like, oh, podcasts are trendy now and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Podcasts are
to me.
lucrative as fuck.
It's true.
They are. Absolutely. Like the amount of money, look at H3. They've ditched every other aspect of content and they're just making podcasts now and I don't know, like live streaming, shit like that. Like the whole live streaming thing is so interesting to me as well. It's like there was like a year ago, half of these people like Mizkiff and that sort of like general crew, and they're all funny guys, but it's like a year ago I would have had no idea who the fuck they are. And like,
No,
now,
I didn't know who Mizkiff was till like 6 months ago. And
I didn't.
that's the thing
either.
with Twitch. Like Twitch is crazy fucking money. Like it's the same thing as podcasts, and they can even get like passive sponsorships where they don't even have to do anything. They just put a widget on their screen and it's like there's like 500 grand or some shit. Like I think off subs alone, Shroud at his peak was making like 5 mil a month or some shit like that. It was like insane.
Something insane. Yeah, that dude was making so much money.
The money is nutty.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's because it seems like YouTubers like don't really get as much. I don't know. They're not as relevant now, which doesn't make sense. but
YouTube's going in the fucking bin.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's a mixture of things. I think people are just wanting more and more like extended content and Twitch provides, people who are streaming for hours at a time. But also YouTube's just kind of continually shitting on its creators and making people who should definitely be climbing the ranks of, James, we know people personally, Tom O'Regan, stuff like that, who just like,
I know
put
myself.
so much,
I
like
know a lot of people,
yourself,
but I know myself. I have no problem saying that if like which no hate to them, I guess, but like people like Def Noodles and shit, which like Def Noodles seems like a good enough guy, but if you can just scream about drama all day and get a bunch of subscribers, like, you know, content with actual like integrity obviously should, you know, at least be on the same tier as that. But I mean, the algorithm's just so exploitable at this point. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just it's just
bogus.
a meme. I think Twitch and podcast specifically are so popping right now because and it'll like stay, but not to the same extent because like people have just so much free time or more time. Like even if they are working, they're working at home or, you know, whatever, and they want like something to accompany that. Like I do the same thing. So it's kind of like, you know, at a certain point, your algorithm on YouTube kind of runs out of good shit to give you, and then it's just AIDS. But like, if one of your favorite YouTubers is streaming, you can watch them for 3 hours, and you don't have to worry about what's up next. What do I want to watch? What do I want to save for later when I'm eating? You just like throw on a stream for 3 hours, and like half the streams I have on, I don't watch. It's just like another human, like giving me company while I like do a line cut or something.
It's so it's funny how there's like no in between because it's like it's either people like obviously the two biggest platforms at the moment or the two biggest things. It's either long form content like that streaming or it's like the short. And I don't think even the biggest TikToks are 3 minutes, even though they have that limit. They're always like 30 seconds or less. So it's either extremely long or extremely short. Yeah, it's like there's no like real in between for like. For anything now, like that's the thing. There's still established creators who are going to be putting out content, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But when you look like from the bottom up, like I've been making videos for a long time, and there's other reasons why I haven't taken off, like consistency, et cetera, et cetera. But it's like the algorithm just
consistency's always been a myth. There's so many people now that upload once a month that have crazy growth. Ordinary Things, a guy that I respect a lot, makes great content. He's always made content sporadically every few weeks or something, and one of his videos went and he had homogenous thumbnails and good topics, and all of his videos went, and then there's 500,000 subs in like 2 months, which fucking good for him. He deserves it amongst all this garbage.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree.
So like consistency for sure was at some point like working, like especially like the Let's Play shit. That's why the Let's Play shit worked so much. But like that, and like because it was kind of the same thing. Like Let's Plays popped off so hard because it was all about watch time then, and like Let's Plays are literally you record for 45 minutes on OBS with a camera and a game, and then you upload a 45-minute thing. Like you don't edit it for the most part. It's kind of the same phenomenon.
No, it is. That's right. And from what I can see with like all these guides and little shit like that, and even like I've been in contact with some like not like some companies that help you with like YouTube growth and stuff like that. They've pretty much said it's all about like YouTube wants you to stay on the platform pretty much. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you can keep them on the platform longer and longer and longer, even if it's like a 3-minute video and they watch the whole thing and they go to another video like sort of straight after rather than like clicking off the page, then YouTube's going to go ding, 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 ding. Let's share this video around to everybody, no matter how long it is.
Yeah. That's why keeping people clicking through your stuff is almost more important than letting them watch the whole video. Like there's so many videos where it's like, oh, and like so many big channels have like 5 of those exclamation point things like pop out during their videos, whatever those fucking are, annotations where it's like a link to another video that's relevant to what they're saying. And Kudos is really good with like doing a really good succinct like push to his other content right at the end of the video and not really doing like an outro to the audience or anything like that. He just is just like, hey, watch this one, it makes sense because you like this one, and then it just ends. It's smart.
He's doing so well. It's so crazy. Like he only started making videos like what not end of last year.
I think beginning of 2019 or beginning of 2020. No.
I think it was 2019. It was sometime in
beginning
2019.
Beginning of 2019, I think.
And he was smart from the beginning, and now he's like, he's doing this almost pretty much full time. Like that's
Kudos branding is because that's just his thing. Like he's a 3D artist and stuff. Like he had the branding down immediately, and it took some time for him to get to the point where he is now like making really great content. But I mean, he's been making great content for like over a year now, but his branding was on immediately. And like, that's kind of all, like people say it's since like 2016, 2017, it's been think of a title, make a thumbnail, then make the video. That's been the strategy for like 5 years now. And I don't do that because it gives me AIDS, but That is the strategy. The marketing is way more important than the content.
Oh, God, yeah. And like that's what I do with podcasts now. Like I always come in and go, I know what the title of this episode is going to be. If we figure out a better one within the episode, like a better topic comes up, then fuck, I'm still on that. Like there's an episode I'm recording later today, and it's Donda is better than CLB. Change my mind. And it's like, everyone, people are going to click on that, like regardless, even if I don't reference it until like the last 5 minutes of the episode. I did actually. Do you want to know what my pre-thought title was for this episode? Do you want to know?
What?
It was okay. So I was like, okay, what's something that I could probably bring up that could be a good little story that I haven't told on the podcast before? And what it was, did you know when I was 13 and I've got my first laptop? And I was like, fuck, what am I going to use the internet for? I could learn a new skill. I could, build up my education. What I did was I religiously edited Wikipedia articles for like the longest time. I would legitimately like be in like, how like at the top there's like the talk bit and people can respond like, oh, this edit doesn't make sense because it's not sourced and all that. Oh, that was me. 13-year-old me, day in, day out. I was a hardcore Wikipedia editor. Like this is way before like, Reddit.
But you were doing good edits or like dumb edits?
Oh, I was doing good edits.
Oh, okay.
Like always. Like what I
That's so interesting.
It's
That's
weird
so
though.
Interesting.
Is that nerdy? I think that's nerdy.
Oh, it very much is, but it's like nobody else is doing that shit.
It's better than shaking your fucking ball sack on TikTok. That's a better hobby. You're teaching yourself something.
Here's a question. If you were 13 now and you would sort of like, you got your first phone, you discovered the internet, blah, blah, blah. What do you think would be the sort of content that you'd be like engaging with? What do you think you'd be doing on the internet?
Would it be like the first 12 years of my life were the same? Because if I was 13 now, that would all be drastically different also.
Let's say that,
you know what I mean?
Let's say you were born 13 years ago and you grew up as the last 13 years were.
I have absolutely no faith that the kids growing up now will be like productive members of society, and not even because I dislike them or they're dumb or bad or anything. The world they're growing up in is fucking disgusting and more exploitative than it's been in hundreds of years, and they're just gonna turn into fucking consumer zombies. It's AIDS because of shit like TikTok. So I'd probably be a fucking idiot.
Oh, you probably would be. Andrew, do you think, well, you're an idiot regardless, but like
probably, yeah. I think it would probably be the same thing. I'd end up doing all that shit. Like, TikTok.
I feel like you'd be one of those TikTok. You'd be on TikTok. This is Andrew. So Andrew Miller, at Andrew Miller on TikTok.
I'm getting my life.
And you're like this kid, and people like asking you questions like people would be like in your comments, and they would say, "Hey, say bigger, but with N instead of the B," and you're like, "No, I'm not doing that stuff. My mom taught me better." And then someone would like find a video of you saying the N word like 2 years before, and then you have to do this like whole apology thing, and your TikTok subscribers would go down, and then you'd be exactly,
that'd be so
and you'd be live streaming yourself going like, oh, I'm gonna end it all if you guys don't subscribe to my YouTube channel. And look, that's your marketing strategy. You're going from one platform to the other. You build up TikTok, you build up YouTube, and then you're the next like Jake Paul, except fat and ugly and dumb as shit.
Yeah, that would be me.
I have a friend from my high school, not like a close friend, but like we were more friends in like middle school and beginning of high school. But I like the kid. He's been doing magic since we were in like elementary school, I think. But he popped off on TikTok like a year ago, doing some magic stuff and then just doing other like trendy shit. And I think within like the year, like he probably started at like the beginning of quarantine, let's say, like last March, and within the year and a half that he's been doing it, he's at like 5 million followers or some shit, and he lives in LA now at like a content house, which is like a little cringe, but like I mean I think he just got an opportunity from like one of those big like producers that want to take advantage of a bunch of kids that have a little bit of traction and just like put them in a content house together. So he just lives in LA for free or some shit. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's wild. And I'm happy for him because at least he has some kind of discernible skill. Like he leans into the TikTok bullshit a little bit, but he's like a really good magician. And not even a cringy one.
I think you can just like, you can lean into it. And like, because that's the thing I've been wanting to make, like so many people have said like, just make stuff on TikTok and then you could sort of build an audience there. And if you do it the smart way, you can like sort of transition to other sort of shit. Like there's so many TikTokers.
I made 3 videos on TikTok and I had 5,000 followers. Like it was probably like 2 years ago. I made 3 videos because not to, I sound a little up my ass, but I'm just kind of up my ass recently because YouTube's pissing me off because there's so much garbage popping off. But like, I was pretty funny. And I made like 3 funny videos and got like a bunch of followers like right away. And then I was like, but this is like something in me was like, this is working, but this is cringe. And I just deleted it and didn't keep going with it.
It's a cringy platform, like absolutely. But I think like, I don't know, it's like, it's either adapt or perish. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like,
yeah,
2 years from now,
or
YouTube
perish with your
like,
integrity though. That's the kind of crossroads that I'm always stuck at. Cause it's just like and not because of I don't want to, it's not even that I don't want to be perceived as cringe. It's, I can't live with myself being like cringe or exploiting like shitty ways to, like any like real artist, you want to be recognized for the thing that you're good at and proud of.
Yeah.
That's what I think we're losing amongst this. No, you can, but something about getting there the wrong way and then being able to turn it around into something good. Like, it's probably a net win if you're really like a worthwhile artist that should share stuff with people, but like also it's cringe.
Oh, it is. It's
to say I blew up on TikTok is just like, I don't care, man. Don't talk to me.
I see so many guys on TikTok who are like genuinely funny. I've discovered Twitch streamers.
No, there's
on
definitely
TikTok.
funny people on there. Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous. And like there's massive ones, and I think I'm one of them. Like I'm actually very surprised that I haven't taken off on the platform yet. I've put out some.
Me too.
I've put out some bangers out there.
I like. I'm trying to think of the one that you did that made me laugh that I saw on Twitter. It was something like you like turned around at the end. You were like dancing or something, and then you turned around at the end. It was like a bunch of compare and contrast things or something.
Let me find what it was because I need to because the exact quote. It was just
it was like a.
Everybody follow me at Matthew W Winter on TikTok, please. I need the followers. I need to quit my job at McDonald's. I'm sick of
Matthew
these
Winter.
kids.
That's Matthew Winter. There's no like dots or anything.
Look, when I was in year 12, we got these jerseys, and I was like, "Oh, what do you want to put on the back?" And I was like, Matthew W Winter. My middle name's Peter, so it doesn't make sense. But it's like I like the internet, so it's WWW. Is that cringe?
Oh yeah, your name starts with ends with your first name ends with W too.
Are you fucking
retarded?
That's
cringe.
Yeah, no, it's not cringe. Come on, that's not
cringe.
That's not that cringe.
That's cringe.
Look, I was a 17-year-old
gavel.
17-year-old is. Can't you like fucking boof fucking wine bags up your ass at 17 in Australia? That's not a kid.
Do you think I was doing? I never went to a party at high school at all.
I'm not surprised.
No, of course you didn't. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Matthew WW fucking Winter. Want to drink with me?
No,
and they're like fucking.
Oh, fuck you.
Shut up, bitch.
And then they kick you out. Don't you drink wine in a tree in Australia? What's that called?
What, like
you like
a goon bag?
Yeah, you like climb a tree and drink goon bags until someone falls out or some shit.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Maybe that was in New Zealand. It was a New Zealand thing, I think. But Kudos told me about it.
Kudos, comment below.
I want to reiterate that I've never been to a parties and people don't invite me to parties.
Never ever?
No, never ever.
Never ever?
No, never ever.
Never ever?
Never ever. Never ever. Actually, I mentioned in my my Ask Ennui 200th episode, it was what's my party trick, and it's I tell people, hey, go to the party and I'll be there, but you won't see me, and then they'll go and they're like, oh fuck, that's a cool party trick because I was never invited in the first place, so I'm not there.
I think they'd go and not even think of anything you said to them beforehand and not think about it at all, and then the joke wouldn't work because they weren't thinking about you.
No, but I'm a very memorable person. Like if you saw me in the street and you're like, hey, look at that testicle looking bloke, you would remember me for the rest of your life. Like you'd be on your deathbed. You'd be on your deathbed going, oh, I wish I gave that testicle boy a chance.
No, I'd be like, how did that guy have the same texture of hair on his face, eyebrows, and head?
My eyebrows are actually very, very thick. Like if you saw me up close and personal, they're like, people used to say, oh, well, you got caterpillars on your face. And then I'd cry in the corner for a little bit. But I was bullied a lot as a kid. I don't think you guys know the story. I've told this on the podcast many, many times, but when I was in year 7, the kids held me down, and one of my best friends, he used to be my best friend, not anymore,
Is it
pulled
because
down
of this
his
incident?
pants. It's well because of this incident. Yes. He
Okay.
pulled down his pants. He spread his cheeks and then rubbed it in my face, my nose, deep in his rectum. And we told the teacher, and you know what the teacher said? Oh, boys will be boys. I'm like, I just got sexually assaulted.
I
And
guess
you're
you
like,
I guess you wouldn't have guns anymore in Australia at that point because it was like I guess they banned it in like '99 or something. I think, but I would have brought something to school and killed people.
they actually used to call me
That would have been the straw that broke the camel's back for sure.
totally.
Oh god, yeah. They used to think I was weird because in class I'd be like instead of like some kids, they didn't think they were weird because when they finished on their work, they literally Google the word cars and they'd just like scroll for like.
I thought you were
30
gonna
minutes.
say cum.
No,
Just
not
Google
cum.
the word cum.
Like
And you were
that's
looking
not
at
weird.
pussy, and they were like, "No, you're gay, bruh."
They didn't think that was weird, but they thought it was weird when I was googling like I don't know, like 9/11 conspiracies and shit like that. Like,
That is weird.
is that weird?
That's not
Can
even
I
your
be-
country, bro.
Oh, it's interesting. Like, did it happen? Did it not? Was Obama involved or not? I don't know. It's like it's very
Obama, that was Bush.
no, but Osama.
Oh.
So you don't even know the history of your own country, you piece of shit.
Well,
honestly.
it's Bush did 9/11, you stupid tennis ball fuck.
No, but like, they were like, look, this is what I heard. Obama and Bush, like they.
Obama
like,
wasn't even born yet.
yeah, but Osama.
Yeah, he was born in 2002.
But
I like that
Obama
you
was born in
agreed to that.
2002. Was he really? Is he only like 19? Has he had his sweet 16? And I wasn't invited.
Hey,
Imagine
men don't
Obama's-
have those.
Yes, I do.
No.
Oh,
Continue.
I think I've got to talk to my mum after this. I
Yo,
think-
Matthew.
Yeah.
Yo, Matt.
Shut up, bitch!
That's a classic.
That's you in your brain right now.
Are we gonna are we gonna take off my podcast again? Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah. Welcome to the Beef Boys podcast.
It's not. You're not taking over the podcast. That's not what's happening. No. Have you guys seen the movie My Girl? I was watching it the other night. It's actually a really
My
good
Girl?
movie. Yeah, with Macaulay Culkin and that little. I was about to say hot blonde girl, but she was like 13 at the time. The Macaulay Culkin and it's like and the theme song goes my girl, and then like it's Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, that's it. And Macaulay Culkin gets stung by a bee and dies like 20 minutes in.
You got AIDS?
No, bees.
He got babes.
He got bees, B-E-E-S. Look, I have an Australian accent. I know it's not that hard to understand.
He got bees and died?
He got bees. He got bees.
They seem kind.
He like bought bees from a store and died?
To clarify, he threw a ball or some shit and it hit a beehive, and then he's like, oh, I'll be all right, and then he fucking dies. And he's like 12
So
years
if
old.
someone wait, is that a thing though? If you get stung by a bee in Australia, you just say I got beed?
Yes, it's actually
that's a
what we say.
verb?
Yeah,
That's
you know,
fucking stupid.
like if I get attacked by a dog, I'll go, oh guys, I just got dogged. I don't have an Achilles heel anymore.
So over here, getting dogged means fucked in the from behind.
Oh, it means that. It means that too.
sexually.
It means
Okay.
both. It's like a thongs.
Bit of
on
a
your
coin
feet.
flip on which one he's talking about.
Exactly. You gotta guess. So it's
Hey,
like
you
if I
guys
got
call
bead.
fucking flip flops thongs.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I think
That's
it's
stupid.
So what do you
flip
call?
flop.
Yeah, it flips and it flops.
So you're trying to tell me that saying "oh thong" is like weird, but saying
The great
flip
American
flop,
culture debate.
Yeah.
you're saying flip flop is like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. You
Yeah,
fucking
Hey man,
American.
they be flipping and flopping. So wait, what do you call thongs?
We call
Yeah.
them G strings. I don't know why it's called a G string.
No, we call them G strings too, but G strings are much thinner.
Are they the same thing?
No,
Maybe they call it like I don't know.
it's like a
bikini
square and a
bottoms?
rectangle. Like a G string is a thong, but a thong isn't always a G string.
Exactly.
I just call it that thing that I'll never see on a woman. Like that's like, yeah, get it? Because see, look, the gimmick is I'm a virgin. I've never had sex, and I just go with
That's
that.
not a gimmick though.
It is no, it's a gimmick.
Well, I guess
a-
it's a gimmick, but like
Hey.
gimmick usually implies it's untrue. It's like a character trait.
No,
but
it is untrue. It's untrue.
I don't think so. I don't know. Are you sure?
Listen, man, I swear I'm not getting pussy. It's just because it's a gimmick. It's my brand.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I was inspired so much by, Vince McMahon and the WWE. I'm like, you know what? Let's make my own gimmick. And
You are really similar to that.
I am, mono.
Except you don't have like you don't have like, well, one, you're not a billionaire. Two, you don't have a successful company. Three, you don't have hundreds of people around you that are like talented doing things all the time to like play the idiot to. You're just like perpetually the idiot of your own life story.
Yet. That was like something you said like 20 seconds ago, but
anything can happen.
Look,
Anything can happen.
If you wish into existence, if I just meditate enough and take my vitamins.
Okay, so you're wishing that you'll be like the Vince McMahon of podcasting?
Yes.
And what happens if I wish you are not the Vince McMahon of podcasting, and that is my wish?
Well,
He's
then
gonna
I'm
have
going
to
to kill
find
you and
somebody
your
else
entire
to-
family. It's not
He's
hard.
gonna have to
Okay.
find somebody else to wish with him so he can like overcome you with
exactly.
the power of friendship.
You got to find another wisher.
I don't need anybody else's help or.
I wish that this was a battle of wishes like none before.
Yeah.
That's my wish. I just
Nobody
hope
has
just hope
ever
it
said
looks
that
epic.
on a podcast before.
Well,
that-
I'm the first.
Hey, can you green screen
Congratulations.
Andrew's thing out when you edit this so that his shirt also goes away, and then put
Yeah,
like
so it's
big
just
boobs
like-
there?
Just like I'm just a talking head.
Do you think I have that much time to edit a podcast? I
Yeah,
should.
don't you
I
work at
probably should.
McDonald's?
Look, what's wrong? Is
I'm
that what we're
just
gonna do?
kidding. I'm
Is that what
just
we're gonna
kidding.
do?
I'm
We're
just
gonna have a
kidding.
dig. We're gonna have a
I'm
dig.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Do you know how
You
stressful
left
my
me
job is?
open to it.
My job's very, very stressful, actually.
No, I don't
No.
doubt that it is. Working at McDonald's seems like fucking AIDS.
I actually, it was a few weeks ago.
Macca's?
Yeah, Macca's. Oh, you want to go to
Macca's.
Macca's? Have a Froco, mate. Have a
What's
dollar.
a folk? What the fuck's a foco?
A
Frozen
Froco,
Coke?
a frozen Coke. A frozen Coke.
Oh.
Do you have frozen
is-
Cokes in the
No, that
States?
machine's probably broken every day, you bitch. It's probably your fault.
It's not. See, our
Yeah.
ice cream machine is never broken. I watched. There was a video
Ours
that
is
went
every
viral.
fucking. I've legit. It's not even a meme. Like it seems like something that's just like a cultural meme at this point. But like I don't ask for ice cream from McDonald's much. But like legitimately every time I have, it's broken.
I think they're lying.
Or down for service. No, apparently
Yeah.
it's the machines are made so poorly, but they're stuck in a contract with this company. The SEC is actually investigating it right now because not because it's like annoying or whatever, but because like now a third party brand has started making stuff to fix the ice cream machines, but now the original copyright holder of the people that make McDonald's ice cream machines is suing them because they make so much money off repairing their machines all the time that it's almost like a scam. Like they're just like washing money
Oh.
through themselves because
That's really
it's basically like,
interesting.
we'll sell you this and it's garbage, but we make so much money off fixing it. And I don't know, it's like this crazy, like literally like the biggest government entity that we have that deals with like money and stuff is investigating it at the moment. It's pretty crazy.
That's kind of crazy.
That's how
There was-
real it is.
It was the viral video. There's a viral video about it like a few months ago that like was like a 40-minute like documentary about it. Like the guy like called up people and blah blah blah. And it's interesting because we don't have that problem in Australia at all. And from what I know, it's like I don't know. I think that the machines are called Taylor machines, but we don't have a Taylor guy come and fix the machine. We've got like somebody else.
Yeah.
So in Australia,
Yeah.
it's probably different.
I think
Other
it is
countries,
Taylor.
Yeah. No, it's interesting, but like we've never had that problem like whatsoever. We always have the cream.
Do you
want
guys
the
ever
cream,
have
we can give it.
McGangbangs at Australian McDonald's?
No, we do McGangbangs. What the fuck's a
McGangbangs.
What's a
A McGangbang
Gotta
is you
change
get
your life, buddy.
a McGangbang is you get a 2 cheeseburgers, and then some people do it different, but you get 2 cheeseburgers, and then I put mac sauce on the cheeseburgers, and then you take the top bun and the bottom bun off one of the cheeseburgers, right? And then you get a McChicken, and you leave the bottom bun on the McChicken, put that on top of one of the cheeseburgers, then put the other cheeseburger on top of the McChicken and take the McChicken's top bun off. And then you basically have like a Big Mac with like a 3 bun stack, but it's burger, McChicken, burger.
It's kind of epic.
That sounds really, really diabetes.
It is,
If
but
it-
it's good.
It is.
You should start selling that. You should propose that in Australia. You can take that idea and be like the founder of it in upside down land, and maybe they'll like give you a bunch of money.
I actually tried to like pitch something to our licensee. What was it? It was when we had the donut balls, I think, and I used to call them oh, balls. I was like, oh, balls, need some balls, need some balls, need some testicles. Haha, very funny. And I said to my licensee, hey, this is what we should do. To raise money for testicular cancer, we'll just sell these for like $1 each. And he's like, Matt, you need to stop this. Like, this is like, it's getting out of hand. You keep making like bull jokes all the time.
Hey man, listen, I would buy donut holes for testicular cancer.
Yeah, I would too.
That's not
I would buy
terrible. I'm gonna
testicular
be
cancer
honest.
for donut holes.
We should all wear like bald caps and then like have like little like draw like
You
like
don't need
hairs down
one.
it.
We'll wear one, but
Do you guys know why I shaved my head?
cancer. I don't know.
Why?
No, so okay, this is the story. It was I was going
What's the
to go get a
story?
haircut.
Wishbone.
I was going to go get a haircut, and it was the day before, and I was like, la di dee, shave my face, la di doo, shave my face, and then I went up into my hair a little bit much, and I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do? So I'm like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to fade it a little bit, and then I forgot to put like the correct like a millimeter thing on the razor, and I did the shorter one, and I went up, and it was like a big bald patch down the side. And like it wasn't too bad. It was like 2 mils, and then I went to do it again. Like I changed the thing, and I realized that in another part, I did like the 0 mils. So I was like bald on one side. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to go completely bald. So I just went all the way around, and nobody liked it. All the girls who found me attractive were like, wanted nothing to do with me. Blocked me on all social media.
From
and I've-
0 to 0.
Don't you
I've
have a
got nothing now.
girlfriend?
No, so we actually broke up a long time ago. Is that what we're gonna do,
Oh.
James? We're gonna
No, I know. I genuinely thought you had a girlfriend. I'm sorry.
No, James, we broke up, mate.
I'm
Okay?
bro. I'm so. I'll be your girlfriend.
No,
Hey
it's
Matt,
not.
your balls are really small and gay.
That's actually something I've heard before from a woman. Like they're
I
small and
know.
gay.
You should cut the hood off your penis. It's dirty.
Actually, James, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a sec. Can you say I love you?
Okay,
Say I love you.
you're all right.
Say I love you, James.
You're a decent guy.
Say I love
We
you.
have fun together sometimes.
Can you please say just once? Just say I love you in the girl voice.
Yeah, we have fun.
I've actually girls had said that to me. It's like I had a really good time. They're like, yeah, we had fun, and then they'll just like block me on all social media and never talk to me.
What are you doing on these dates?
Oh no, I've actually, okay, actually, I think I discussed on a past podcast recently, like, I don't get Tinder matches at all. I had one, and all she said was, hey, I remember you said I was weird on Facebook when I was 13 because I liked Justin Bieber, and then she unmatched with me right after.
That was her big moment. That's been with her for so long, and that's like her climax of like her coming of age movie. Like she finally got to say that to you and then blocked you, and it's like a huge win in her eyes.
And there'd be like a 90s indie band playing in the background. Like,
Yeah, it'd be Wonderwall
What?
and a freeze frame
Today is
ending.
gonna be the day.
That I'm gonna eat your poo.
You sound like you're one bad date away from realizing your life is a comedy.
I'm more of a, who was the guy who it was the little brown looking guy, and he was an incel, and he tried to, he killed people and killed himself. What's his name? Mumkey Jones did a video on him like years ago.
Oh, that fucking YouTuber dude. I think Boomerang also talked about him in the
Yeah.
Who the
YouTubers that
United-
became killers or whatever.
It was like God, fucking University California, Santa Barbara or something. It's like he's like the UCSB killer or some shit. Like he killed all his roommates and then
Yeah, that's
went on
it.
a shooting spree. Like he just did drive-bys and shit and then killed himself.
What's his name?
Fuck, what's
I
his
can't
name?
remember
Elliot
Rodger.
something. Elliot Rodger.
That's
Elliot
it,
Rodger.
yeah.
Is my
You look like him. That's kind of crazy.
Do I?
Yeah.
People actually say if I take my glasses off, they say I look like Jason
You
Statham.
look like Sid.
Sid.
Yeah, you ever
Actually,
seen Ice Age?
Yes, I've seen Ice Age. I don't look like Sid. Actually, one thing I've been like, I have some friends from work, and they've been putting out TikToks themselves, and there was one that had a picture of me in it, and he captioned it as hanging out with my pigeon friend. Do I look like a pigeon?
A little bit.
No, like, do I actually look like a pigeon? Yeah, do you know how many times I hear that? It's like,
I don't
you know
know.
what?
I don't know. I
Can you
don't
make
think
that
you do,
noise?
really.
Can you make that noise?
Yeah, I can't roll my tongue either.
I can't roll. I can't.
It's like a dying pigeon. One that just got like its throat slashed open.
This is me as a pigeon.
I can do a good monkey. Do you want to hear my monkey?
Yeah.
I'm an African American.
Don't. Why would you cut that?
No, that was not. Actually, no. I can do a really good monkey. Ready? That's me throwing poop.
Can
And I'm a monkey jacking off.
All right.
So if you guys ever want me on the Beef Boys podcast to do monkey wank noises,
Nah, I think I'm good. I'm all right on that. No, it's weird though because I feel like so
hard
many.
pass.
That was pretty good though. Not that we're jerking off monkey noises, but the other ones. But I feel like there's so many people that can make good monkey noises, and I wonder if it's because we like are anatomically similar.
anatomical? Yeah.
Anatomically.
Anatomically,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can do good other noises as well, like
Like what?
other animals. I can do a good like.
you do
Cat.
a really good. 40-year-old stupid virgin bitch voice. Here, I'll fill the silence. Any audio listeners, this is really me farting.
It's all right. I'm here.
I just
Fine.
farted with reverb on while you were gone.
That better
fine.
stay in. It's a
That'll
good,
That better
that's
stay
a
in.
good bit.
That'll stay in. Okay. Look.
I can't believe you cut us from the kudos episode.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't
that
record
bit
it
was
by
good.
accident. I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
record it by accident.
Oh,
I was
okay.
looking at my OBS and I looked at the file and like all I can hear is just me and Kudos talking. That was it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I-
Okay, I forgive you then.
Look, I'll make it up to you by you letting me on your podcast and I host it. Done. Awesome, guys. Thank you. I just
We're gonna have to go through a couple levels of clearance.
I don't think
There's
so.
a lot of
Yeah.
there's a lot of paperwork to get
If
signed.
it falls through,
We'll-
just know it's Courtney's fault. She usually makes
yeah,
those.
Courtney's really the one that
Yeah.
we have to. She clears all of our guests.
Kill
for
her
us. She
or
barely
something.
cleared Drumsy. She barely cleared him.
Do you know how many
Do you
people
know Peach
have been asking me
Jars?
to be on there? Yeah, I do know Peach Jars. Sexy.
She's going to be
OnlyFans
on our
creator.
podcast in October.
Yeah.
A woman?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Unlike most podcasts, we're gonna have a woman on early
Yes.
in our guest list
Before
because
we
the
get
Beef Boys.
backlash.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of it. Also,
Yeah.
Peach is just a wonderful person. We all love her.
True.
That's good. She seems like a nice girl. It's good to actually because you guys are putting more guests on. Like it seems like every so often guests are
We
coming on.
wanna.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what me and I'm kind of down to do guests like every single episode, but I see why the boys don't want to because we got a good thing going just with each other. But I just like I like exposing people to our AIDS. We got a really nice
Dude, we
brand of
dumped
AIDS
Drumsy
going.
in that.
Yeah, Drumsy came in and we
Poor
basically just
dude.
threw him into it, and like Kudos got a soundboard that episode, so we had 3 soundboards going for the first time, and like Drumsy couldn't get a sentence in, and it was fucking epic.
What was his reaction after the episode? Like, did he have a good
No,
time?
he had
or-
a lot of fun.
He had a
It wasn't
good
actually
time.
that bad, but it was one of our most AIDS episodes. But the thing is, like, you just gotta you gotta warm people up to it, and then like Drumsy started engaging in the AIDS.
Yeah, no.
You know,
Drumsy's a
like-
good lad. I like that dude.
We're kind of like an infection. An
you're
infectious
like a
disease.
COVID-
COVID-19, if you will.
Yeah.
of
Nah.
podcasting. Yes, I get that.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got another one cooking. What's happening? Fuck me.
Hell yeah.
I don't think you guys know, but this is a professional podcast.
What do you think Beef Boys is? Big
Beef Boys,
professional
yeah.
podcast.
It looks good, but is the content there?
Hey,
That's
we
what I'm trying to
quadrupled your
say.
subs in like 3 months.
No, there's only one reason, because you're 4 guys bringing your audience together. I'm one guy just trying to make it in this fucking world. Okay.
That's true. The thing with podcasting and like Twitch and stuff, all the stuff we're talking about, you can't really grow there because like TikTok you can, but like long form shit you cannot grow really. You need to grow
It's so
outside
hard.
and push your audience there. And like they also like Twitch has no algorithms to like really push anybody like small or anything. It's really interesting. Like every Twitch streamer, whenever someone donates, they're like, "Hey, I've been doing YouTube and Twitch for 18 years. Why am I not successful?" And they're like, "You just got to get successful on like another platform and push it there. There's no such thing as growth on Twitch." And I'm like, "Damn."
It's
You're
actually
spitting.
funny. There was
Or
one.
do that.
Sorry, you go, Andrew.
I was gonna say, or do that bullshit that I've seen on, or I used to see on TikTok, where someone's like, "My boyfriend has been streaming every day for one person, and he loves it," and it'll be like someone hiding behind a door filming their boyfriend going
Yeah.
to his viewers
It's
goodbye,
so
and it's
fucking
like,
fake.
"Go subscribe, please," and then
That's
the
kind
guy
of how
has like
Jakey
a couple.
popped off. Not to the same extent of cringe, but his friend went to Reddit and was just like, "Hey, my friend makes really good stuff and he's about to quit. Show him some love." And then he got like 5,000 subs in one day.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'll say
Which
that
I'm
is
not saying
significantly
it's not as
less
cringe as the TikTok one because it's not fake. But
Yeah.
I mean that is but the internet has kind of moved away from like having any sympathy for like anyone trying to make it creatively, because like everyone's trying to make it creatively at this point. Like,
Yeah.
dude, especially with TikTok, I have so many friends that were never interested in doing anything, just being like absolute cringe lords on TikTok, thinking they're gonna like make it. And it's just like, hey man, all you're doing is making yourself look like a fucking idiot to like everyone in our hometown. That's all you're accomplishing.
There's 2 big like things that I remember seeing on TikTok really recently. There's one I saw yesterday, and it was some, I don't know, like iPhone cover, like case, like company or business. And it was like, yeah, we're shutting down our business after 18 months because we haven't had a sale. And people in the comments are like, yeah, because your fucking cases are fucking dog shit, you piece of shit. And just like digging into them. And it's just,
Hey, if you can't get a sale in 18 months as a business, you are dog shit.
no, exactly. Absolutely right.
People have more like selling shit on eBay than you do as an actual incorporated
That's
business.
brutal.
You're a failure.
Have you seen the girl? There was some girl on TikTok. She used to, so back in the day, she used to be a YouTuber and review like rappers.
I gotta pee.
The
I have my headphones on. I can hear you.
there was a rapper. She used to review rappers doing videos.
Like
And
candy
then-
wrappers.
No, like the hip hop variety of the rappers.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah, and then they so what she did that. Then she took down all her videos and started making music. And on TikTok really recently, she put out a video and it's like, "My life fucking sucks. I've been trying to make music for so long and nobody's liking my content, my music." And then she's like, "And now my best friend doesn't like that I'm doing it." And it's like a screenshot of like pretty much a fake
I
sort of,
think I saw
Yeah,
this
I saw
video.
that. I saw that. It's
I saw it
it's
on
like,
Twitter.
So my friend's in music and he's like decently successful with it. He makes some money. He's got like 100K on Spotify, and there's this thing that people refer to in music called industry plants, which some people know the term, some people don't, but it's basically just people that like look good or are easily marketable, like a boy band in like the 90s, and studios or like record labels will just pick them up and then do anything to market them, and their music is actually garbage, but if you perceive them as more worthwhile, then they become that. And that's what that bitch is. Like, that shit was straight up like so overproduced and obviously marketed by some firm and not made by her whatsoever. It's so AIDS.
Well, that's
Yeah,
thing,
all
she's
the
just-
comments were just like, "Yeah, so you've been doing this solo, huh? No money. Like this seems pretty well produced,
Pretty fucking produced, yeah.
pretty overproduced for just a one-man band, if you will."
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing I don't understand. She has like a fucking decent like audience like on her YouTube channel before that. People just didn't forget about her. I actually remember watching a video before she actually, like, it was like right when she started putting out like teaser videos and shit on YouTube, and like this oh, this big music reviewer put out a video about like, oh, this is what's happened to her, etc., etc. And like apparently she broke up with a boyfriend and shit like that. And then there's like proof that he's the one like directing her videos and shit like that. It's all like a marketing
wild.
ploy. It is wild,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's fucking ridiculous. It's like it's
I
obvious.
hate people.
Oh,
Dude,
but
people, the shit people do.
Social
to
media is
get
just a
famous
commodity
is
at this point. Art
hilarious.
is dead.
see, okay, and I just want to say that before we do end up like finishing off, like with TikTok, I've been wanting to like put out content, but like really tongue in cheek. Like I've been thinking about like for like a month straight, every day, just like putting out like crypto videos and like, oh yeah, you're gonna get into like this coin, and then just get people to like invest in coins that obviously aren't gonna do anything. Like if I can see a coin that's gonna crash, I'm gonna promote the fuck out of it, just so people put in money and then like lose like their entire savings, and then that's the joke. Like
I would assassinate you.
would you?
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
Internet AJ.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the rise and fall of Matthew Winter. He was
Oh
more
no, I was
sus than a
talking about the
character from
fact
Among
that
Us.
internet Internet AJ the dude that he like lost 25K in crypto.
Really?
Dude, he like lost a shit ton of money. It was so funny.
Hey, if you got 25K to lose, I mean,
That's
that
all-
good
yeah,
for
that's
him. That's
true.
epic.
One of my good mates
I
actually
don't.
made the theme song to this podcast. He had
What's his
he
name?
put his name's Kyle, and that's it.
What's his
Doesn't
last
say
name?
that. Weber.
And
I know
that's
someone
it.
named Kyle Weber. That's weird.
Really? Who's
Yeah.
Australian? Kyle Weber. Is he an Australian as well?
No, but I never thought that would be a common name. Well, maybe
No,
it's
a common
not.
name. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're
Maybe
the only
it
two
is.
Kyle Webers in the world.
What's
Anyway.
what ethnicity is Weber?
White?
No, I'm not asking what he is, but I wonder like where that's race, you fucking idiot. I asked ethnicity, like where did it come
Caucasian. Caucasian.
from? No, but the fucking culture. Hey, your fucking
White.
producers on this call with us. You're looking at nobody, you lonely bitch. I'm just kidding. Well, I was kind of kidding.
I'm just trying to make it in this world, okay?
I wonder where Weber. What? Maybe like that doesn't. That sounds like American. Like it doesn't sound like it has any European roots.
I think it's European.
Where does the
Or
last
it could be
name
you're a shitten.
Hey,
Weber come from?
let's go.
I can make AIDS content
What
too.
about a European? I'm a fartin'.
That wasn't funny. That one.
An
that one hit
occupational
better, I
surname
think.
of Scottish origin.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Scottish. Anyway, what I was actually going to say was he
I
put
think
like
we're over whatever you were gonna say though.
he put in 20K into crypto. He got up to he was about to hit 100K, and then everything just
Yo.
dropped, and he lost like
Yeah.
40K.
Yeah, I had a lot of money in
Damn.
Dogecoin. Not like a lot of money. I got in on Dogecoin like 2 years ago, and I put in like $5, and that $5 in like February or whatever jumped to like $100, and then I put in some more money, and by April that was like $2,500. And then I was hoping it would keep going up, and then it crashed, and I was like, well, eventually it's gonna go up again because it's just momentum trading. It has no actual, like tangible value or like market impact or anything. So I was like, eventually it's going to go back up. But then I moved out and I needed money when I went to Alaska, so I had to sell it. Not at a loss, like I still made a profit, but not nearly the profit I could have. And then I wanted to kill myself.
When I was 18, I put in like $100 into Bitcoin, and then so this is like 7
What
years
the
ago.
fuck?
I put like $100
That's
in, and
epic.
then like every week I was putting in like $10, $20, and then
Obviously, you
about
sold it too early.
6 months later, I took all my money out because I needed money because I was
Idiot.
working McDonald's as a casual employee. I would be not working at McDonald's right now if I kept my money in crypto.
You'd be rich as fuck.
I would.
That is the most painful shit.
Do you know
Me
how
and
many?
one of my friends were gonna go halfsies on a Bitcoin in like 2014, and it was like $400, which I mean wouldn't have made us rich, but if we did we both would have got like 20K.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of fucking money.
I remember when Bitcoin peaked in like December of 2017. It like peaked for the first time at like 22,000 or something. That was pretty crazy.
Fuck. We could all be millionaires. And we could all we could all
True.
have a crypto podcast together.
We could all be anything.
It's true.
That's very insightful. Piece of shit.
Thank you.
That's what this podcast's all about. Omni Talk, insightful.
Why
That
the
is
fuck
what
did
the
you name it something
beef
so
bo-
stupid?
That is
Not
what the
stupid.
It is stupid.
It's not stupid.
It's very stupid.
Ennui means boredom because that's how it was created.
In what language?
I think it's
I didn't know it
You
meant
got it.
boredom.
Come on,
it
you
is.
got
It
it.
does. I think it was like Latin.
Let me look up ennui in Latin.
I think it was.
The fuck? I just got an ad block. Ennui Latin.
Is it?
The French loanword ennui
French.
comes from the very same Latin word that means annoy. You just fucking you're annoying.
I was
This whole
16
podcast
when I
is an
made
annoyance.
it. I was 16. I'm like, oh, I've already got the social media tags. Might as well keep. Okay, what would you have called it then?
Oh well,
What were
this whole thing makes sense now because you were a Wikipedia nerd, and then when you went to go make a social media handle, you were like, I'm gonna do something in Latin.
Oh, I can't breathe.
What
Why
would I
does
have called it? I would have
Okay,
called
wait,
it.
what-
Beef boys.
like knowing it was you. No. We can't give him beef boys. No, like knowing it was you. If I was like your manager when you first started and you were like, give me a name. I would have named
Testicle
it.
Talk.
Testicle Talk's not a bad one.
It's not.
Maybe
Nice alliteration.
Matthew the McDonald's. What's a mean word that starts with an M? What's that thing you do when you're a pedophile? I can't think of it.
Molest?
Molester. Yeah, Matthew the McDonald's molester. That's what I would have named it. A really good case of alliteration.
That
That's
sounds like a
marketable.
really interesting news
Netflix
headline.
documentary.
Yeah, yeah.
All of
Like
that.
someone who just is going around molesting people, but no one can catch
At
him.
McDonald's.
Yeah, at McDonald's specifically.
And then having a
He's just like-
McGangBang after.
Yeah, he's hiding in the bathrooms behind the door, and someone walks in. He's like, "Ah!" and then runs away.
Yeah, just one pinch.
Is that the noise I make?
Yeah, you go, "Ah!"
Aha!
and then
I
you'd
got
run
you,
away.
young child.
And then the Netflix documentary
cut
would just
that.
bang.
Someone cut that out of context.
Please don't.
Please do.
Please don't.
Matthew
this
the
is-
McDonald's
Who-
molester.
is it Smeagol? Is it Smeagol who holds the Lord of the Ring? Oh, holds
Well,
the ring from.
He holds up Sauron in his hands.
in his hands?
It depends on if what kind of mood he's in, or else maybe he's Gollum. Maybe he's feeling like Gollum. You don't know.
Yeah. You
I
don't
actually
know?
feel
Could
I
be
used, to,
Smeagol.
I used to call a kid Smeagol because he looks like Smeagol.
There's always a Smeagol in an elementary school.
Yeah, there
the kid that
is.
just never learned how to use his body.
No.
He just looks
He-
completely discombobulated and also stupid.
One time, my Smeagol got into a fight, but it wasn't really a fight. It was with
My
another kid.
Smeagol.
And yeah, my Smeagol, not your Smeagol. They got in a fight, but they weren't like, and they were sort of like throwing hands, but they got closer, and then their shirts just started like rubbing up, and their shirts legitimately started going up like that. And I was like, this is the gayest shit I've ever seen. And I pulled out my phone and started filming it.
That's hot. You still
It is
got
hot.
it?
Oh yeah, I'll send it on Discord a bit later. Okay.
Yeah, please don't.
They're like 14. It's
I don't
alright.
want that. I don't want that on my computer.
How old were you when you were 4? No, that's not what I meant. That's the
How
stupid
old were you when you were
question.
14?
No, come on, bro.
I
So that would have been
think 14.
2010. You had a phone you had a phone with a camera in 2010.
Yes, I had a phone with a camera in 2010. I had
Privileged.
I had an iPhone. I'm pretty sure I had an iPhone.
Privileged.
Privileged.
Yeah.
Privilege.
I didn't get a smartphone till 2012, I think.
Really?
I don't think I
Yeah, I
had
didn't really
one
have a
till
social media either.
That's fucking
14.
sad.
No, it was fucking epic. I wish that was still my fucking life.
I actually remember.
Honestly, kind of same.
really?
I just played. My only like online social thing was Xbox Live. I just had real life and Xbox Live, and it was the perfect dichotomy of internet and real life. It was wonderful.
I wasn't even texting people. I like the plan.
That's because you didn't have friends though. I had people I had to keep up with.
No, I wasn't. I was a good Christian boy growing up, and my parents were like,
Andrew, how many times have you said that in your life?
Many times.
I don't.
because
I don't dislike it. I'm just you introduce a lot of stories with I was a good Christian boy with that exact
Because
phrase.
without that context, it just sounds weird. I mean, it's weird, but
That's
at
true,
least
that's true.
the context is like, oh, okay. This
The
dude was
context
just-
removes the onus from you. It's not your fault.
Exactly. And I never want any of that shit to be placed on me.
Yeah.
See, I had a phone when I was like 12, I think. But it was like a little shitty,
Only
like,
then.
flip one.
Yeah, I
Little
had like a
one.
flip phone when I was like 10, I think.
Yeah, it was really good. I actually remember there's 3 reasons why I hate my mother. 1, she gave me a flip phone when I was 12 and I wanted the new iPhone like everybody else. 2, she didn't cut my hair until I was like 5, so I had like a bowl cut my entire like first 5 years of my life, all through preschool.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like disgusting. And then 3, so when everybody else had the
She wouldn't have
PS1,
sex with you.
no, this is my mother you're talking about.
I know.
I thought you hated her.
No, I
Yeah.
love my mum, but this is the reason why I hate my mum.
Hey,
Understand?
this. If I had to pick a sound effect to describe your mom, it would be
Shut up, bitch.
That's what I used to say to her all the time.
that's
And
The Rock.
That's I used to get
Did you know that was The Rock? What that says that?
Dwayne.
Dwayne The Rock.
Yeah,
This is Dwayne.
Really?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson talking to Triple H.
Shut up, bitch.
I
And
don't, I don't,
that's the Lawler in the background screaming.
is that
You're a
Lawler in the background?
WWE fan?
Yeah, I watch. I only watch.
Well,
the
I
girls'
used to be
matches,
one.
though. I used to watch.
Yeah, I
the
only
girls.
watch the old shit too. 2013 and forward is garbage.
There's some good stuff that's going on now.
Yeah, but
Some.
not good enough to make me watch.
No. Oh come on.
Sorry,
look,
what were you
there's-
gonna say about your whore mom?
Oh, what I was gonna.
I'm just
All I was
kidding.
gonna say was when everyone else got the PlayStation 1, I had nothing, and then when I got the PlayStation 1, everybody else got the PlayStation 2.
Hey, that
And
was
then-
like me.
And then I was like, okay, mum, let's get me something. Go get me a console. I'll go play with the guys. She got me the original
She got
Xbox
you-
set.
Hey,
fucking
hell
Xbox,
yeah.
which is great.
Hell
Like it's
yeah.
sick. But then
In what
whenever-
year though?
Oh fuck! Well, I would have been like 8 or 9, so that would have been like 2004, 2005.
Well, there was the 360 didn't come out till late 2005.
But then when I got the
Or
PlayStation
6.
2, everybody else got the 360, and I'm like, nah, I'm fucking done. I'm sick of like trying to keep
Yeah,
up.
no,
So-
it was okay to be behind until the 360 and the PS3 era because that's when like online gaming really popped off, and it's like if you're missing out on that, like what's the point?
I missed out on all of that.
really.
That's so sad. Xbox
I
Live
was-
made me the man I am.
Yeah, I was just always doing shit with my brother. We just played, co-op games and whatnot. We didn't really
Couch
do
multiplayer is
online.
epic.
Yeah.
See, that's the
Good
thing. It was
stuff.
when I was the only one with the Xbox, I would have to they'd all like playing COD and stuff. I'd have to go, hey guys, do you want to come play like SSX Tricky, the snowboarding game? And they would all
Dude,
be like,
SSX was
"No."
epic.
It was. It's a fucking lit game.
It's a good game. I didn't have Tricky. I just had the older one, and me and my brother would play it co-op all the time.
I remember when I used to play.
All your friends are playing COD and they're like calling people the N-word on Xbox, and then you're like, "Hey, you guys want to come play Frogga? I got the original Frogga.
There's nothing wrong with Frogger.
Frogga is cool."
But I because that's what I liked about SSX Tricky. Like you would when you'd get the combo, it would start playing. It's tricky to rock around, like right on time. It's tricky. By who's that by? Is that Eminem?
You're
Or
gonna
is
get
it-
content. You're gonna get content ID'd for that, bruh.
Oh,
was
I'm-
spot
I'm-
that
on.
was
It
spot
was
on.
spot on. Actually, I'm pretty spot on. I'm actually a really good singer. Do you guys know that?
Sing.
Nope.
Do you want?
That
Do
was
you want?
two very different
Yeah,
reactions.
good singers
It
have
is.
no
I'm
problem
good.
singing on the spot.
Well, should I end the episode by giving a bit of a
No.
sing? A bit of a sing.
Nah.
I did look. Because you guys are the Millers, and your 5 uncles are the Steve Miller Band. I think it's just appropriate that I sing a Steve Miller.
We were
Band song.
talking about this in the DMs. Not that like we were gonna do this, but I made a joke. I was like, let's just get the Steve Miller Band on, and you were like, yeah, then I can do the Joker. And for some reason, until right now, I didn't put 2 and 2 together, and I thought you meant like I'm gonna sing a song from the movie The Joker. And I was like, all right,
No,
that's
the,
all right.
The Joker is a song by
Yeah, the
the
song,
Steve
yeah.
Miller Band.
I'm
Yeah,
a
you got that?
pedo. I'm a
No.
molester.
I'm
I'm
a-
a midnight toucher.
That's not how it goes.
That's
That's not
that's
about
your
the same.
version.
Are you ruining the end of my fucking podcast? I'm sick and tired of it.
We just
Why
made an
does it-
inside joke.
What was it? Can I
He'll
get
never
in on-
see it anyway.
get
So
Can I get on? I've actually don't have any many
No.
YouTuber friends. I need some more inside friends. They just ignore
We'll
my
tell you
DMs.
after we're done recording.
Okay, fine. But should I end it by singing?
The Joker, yeah.
Okay. Some people call me the space cowboy. Yeah. Some call me the gangster of love.
I'm gonna be honest
People
with.
call
I'm
me
gonna.
Maurice. Shut up, Adrian. I'm trying to sing.
I'm gonna be really honest. I don't know if you have what it takes to be the next American
Keep
Idol.
going. Sing over him.
I'm a joker. I'm a smoker. I'm
X
the
button.
midnight talker. Thanks for listening to
Talker.
Ennui Talk. I'm your host,
I
Matthew
sure
Winter.
won't want to
One
hurt no
spice,
one.
I'm a
picker.
joker. I'm a
grinner.
picker. I'm a toker.
And I'm a sinner.
Yeah.
I play with my
Ooh.
dick in
And then
the
there's the guitar solo.
sun.
People call me the space cowboy.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
You guys really need to understand that this is my podcast. and
It's
I
over
know-
already. We
It's
done.
no, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's-
we're
it's
not
over.
done. Like,
we stopped
I'm
recording.
and we
Beef
have-
Boys out.